Will Malik Willis be an upgrade for Tua?
Yeah, I think he will be. And we've talked about this before. It's tough to compare the two because Tua started 76 games in his career while Malik Willis has only started 6 games. And he does have some of the issues from Tennessee lingering, on his track record. But at the same time, what you want to see in the NFL with a quarterback, especially young guys, is development, especially when they go to a new place. When you get to new scenery and you get under a new staff and get a chance to become a backup, can that guy develop the right way? And Malik Willis has absolutely been trending in the right direction. I love him the last couple of years, getting to learn from Matt LaFleur, getting to learn behind Jordan Love, who I'm very high on. And then when he got his opportunity in Green Bay, he's made the most of it. And he's been trending in the right direction. And the film doesn't lie. If you go back and watch his tape, man, against the Ravens, when he got his start last season, he played really well, efficient football, extremely accurate, great pocket presence, knowing where to go with the ball, making checks, within the system, and also doing a great job using his legs with the zone reads and then taking off when the play's not there. But also keeping his eyes downfield when he did scramble. Those are the things you want to see from your year 3, year 4 quarterback. And those are things that we're starting to see from Malik Willis. And the other thing that I love, too, about him going to Miami is now you pair him up with offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick, who comes from that Shanahan-McVay tree.
Yep.
And that's what they ran in Green Bay. So he'll be able to hit the ground running from day one. He'll be accustomed to the system, have familiarity with the play calls. Hopefully they keep some of the same language. I'm sure a lot of these offenses do. It's a copycat league. There's a lot of carryover, but you have a guy like Malik Willis who can come in and be your starter from day one, and we can get going right now in OTAs. The other thing that I love, too, for the Dolphins is, after getting rid of Tua and the contract that they had him under and how that's going to impact their cap space, it's a record-setting dead money that's going to be there for them. They didn't need to spend a ton of money to still get what I think could be a legit starting quarterback in the NFL. I know it wasn't a huge year with free agency. Kyler Murray jumped up to the top, but Malik Willis was right behind him at number 2. And to get him for that price tag and the potential that he has, I think this was a great move for the Dolphins. So is it going to be an upgrade? It's tough to say. It's a new coaching staff there. There's a lot of different factors going into this. He's still a young quarterback when it comes to, his experience, but there's a lot to like there. And I think Malik Willis will do some good things in Miami.
Yeah. I can't go as far as Cody and say they got a legit starter in the NFL because we don't know, right?
Could be.
Yeah, we don't know. But I think the best thing about the situation is he is going to run the same offense that he's been in, and that's going to be huge for him. And also, he got some weapons over there in Miami. You know what I'm saying? He got a good running back, got good receivers. So you come into some weapons. That offense is pretty familiar with the same system, and them are the positives to me. Will it be an upgrade from Tua? I can't say, man. I think Tua showed great signs, man. Without those injuries, I would have a totally different outlook on Tua if he didn't have the injuries, man. He would be a lot higher on my list without the concussions, man. So. Mm-hmm. I can't say it'll be an upgrade because this dude barely got starts. And when Tua got starts and he was healthy, he balled. So, I mean, it's hard to upgrade to a healthy Tua. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't call it, man. I got to see it with my own too, Kenzie. I got to see it. I got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing, or not the biggest thing, one of the things that interests me about bringing him to Miami is Jeff Hafley being the head coach. Like, I know he's on the defensive side of the ball, but when your defensive coordinator sees enough in you to want to make you his quarterback, I think, you got something special. And I'm going to say yes, just for the reason Lee mentioned is the injuries, right? I have the freedom to run an offense without having to be concerned about my quarterback taking a hit and being done for the rest of the season. Like, that's probably the biggest point for me, is just the relief of being able to run a consistent offense with a quarterback that's going to be efficient. He's going to take care of the football. We talk about the turnovers and how they, reflect winning. If you turn the ball over, it's hard to win ball games, point blank period. And I know his sample size is a little bit smaller, but he protects the football. He had, in his 50-plus games, he had the highest passer rating, So that means something. I know it's only 50 games, but they take it at 50 games for a reason. So, him able to be in a dual threat runner too. So not only do you have the threat of pass, you have the threat of run. So I don't want a running quarterback, but I think Malik Willis is a quarterback who can run and not a running quarterback. So that's why I'm gonna say yes, man. That freedom, man, that freedom to run my offense the way I want to run it and don't have to be concerned about one hit taking my quarterback down.
You know why Jeff Hafley won them, though, because you know who's down there carving up that defense is the scout team quarterback, and that's your backup quarterback. So he got to watch a lot of that this past season.
Yeah. So to me, I'll just go on record. Malik Willis is definitely going to be an upgrade over Tua. And yet I just never liked Tua at Alabama. I didn't love him going into the draft. He doesn't have enough arm for this league and this level. He's immobile and he's injury prone and gun shy. And he had 5 different little and sometimes big surgeries when he was at Alabama. And you come into this league hurt and you just stay hurt. And then the concussions that he had at Alabama just mounted. I just never loved him. So it's not a close call for me because of Jeff Hafley. Jeff Hafley, Akib, you played for him in Tampa, right? You had him early as your DB coach?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's all I need to know is that Jeff Hafley wanted Malik Willis, as TJ points out. That's all you need to know. He knows who he is and who he's not. And I know it's a small sample size, but every time he stepped on the field in Green Bay, as opposed to Tennessee, it was always not just good, it was really good, like crazy good. And again, he played in 11 different games with 3 starts. He completed almost 80% of his passes as a Packer. Almost threw for 1,000 total yards as a Packer. 6 touchdowns to no interceptions as a Packer. 3 rushing touchdowns as a Packer. And I know it's just one game and they did lose, as Akib pointed out, but that late season game at Green Bay, man, he was just really good. 18 of 21 for 288 and a touchdown, no picks, and ran it 9 times for 60 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. I mean, it was beautiful, man. It was a QBR of 94. And in his 3 starts at Green Bay, his average QBR was above 90. I don't know. And again, fairly small sample size, but I liked his body language. I liked the way he operated. I like the fact that even though he's not the tallest young man, still 25, he's 6'1", 225. So he's got some stature to him, so he can take some punishment, and he runs strong. And TJ nailed it when he said he's a quarterback who can run. He's not a running quarterback, but he definitely can run with authority at 225. So I just think he'll be a little upgrade over Tua. I think they can go farther with Malik Willis, and I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for Jeff Hafley because it's a new era, new vibe, new direction, and I think the Dolphin fans will be ultimately happy with this.
I think that's the best part of his game is what he do when that play breakdown.
Yeah,
probably what Bud was talking about. He can maneuver that pocket and get downfield.
Yeah,
but I mean, can he do what Tua did? Throw the ball on time and throw for 4,000 and 35 and 30 touchdowns and 25. Can he do that part? That's what I want my quarterback to do. Would you not say that, Cody? You want your quarterback, when you're picking a quarterback, are you going to pick the guy who can do something when the play break down because he's holding the damn ball? Or are you going to pick somebody who get the ball out on time and run the offense?
Yeah, I'd rather a guy be able to play on schedule, but there's enough evidence on film, and I know it's a small sample size, but if you watch Malik Willis from last year, man, he threw a dime on a 2-high beater on a bender route against the Ravens. He threw a dime to Dobbs down the sideline because he knew where to go with the football on a switch release.
Oh.
I'm telling you, but
2 games. I'm talking about 2 games. Like, this one to come in and be, oh, you're starting. And okay, well, shit. You come in.
Impressive to me because
that's pressureless football. This is the National Football League. We've seen numerous quarterbacks play pressureless football, and then when they actually get a price tag now they own the cap, and you make $20+ million, and you're the guy starting in April. You know what I'm saying? They get a little late.
I mean, I don't even the guy that doing all that in 4,000 yards. That's not usually a guy that's in the NFC and AFC Championship. We look at the Broncos. We look at the Patriots. We look at the Seahawks this year. You know, the Rams. You know, with Matt Stafford, that's a little bit different. But give me somebody like Bo Nix, Drake May, make plays with their legs and find the guys late in the passing game. Like that's kind of what the league is. Half of the league is built like, right? You got them running quarterbacks that can run, can get out of trouble with their legs. Not the best passers. They're not the most, accurate or maybe efficient. Make big plays when needed. Control the game with their legs. Give me a good defense behind them and a great offensive line. They got H in that running back who's smaller, but he's one of the best running backs in the league, yards per carry and explosive plays. So, I think they got something good brewing over there. They probably going to take a little bit of, that defensive mentality that Green Bay had, obviously, with Hafley coming over there and build something stronger than what they got in Miami right now. But that's the mode of, I think, where Green Bay is going for. They don't need the 4,000, 5,000 yard passer.
And my point to that, though, Akib, is the key word is progress. What he struggled with when he was with Tennessee, and I know they had a bad roster around him, but he held the ball too long and he took a ton of sacks. Now you get him to Green Bay. He developed. It's a small sample size, but he was playing with rhythm. He was playing within the timing of the offense. He was making quick decisions. And then when it wasn't there, he would take off and run and still keep his eyes downfield. I think that's more impressive for a guy who doesn't have a ton of experience, because you throw a guy into a game like that against a tough opponent, you might anticipate them holding the football, again, and being worried to have confidence to let it rip. I didn't see that on film this year from Malik Willis. I thought he took a huge step forward from where he was his first 2 years in Tennessee.
Yeah. And look at Purdy, look at Hurts.
And Akib, in 2023, you just skip over the fact that Tua had Tyreek healthy and at his greatest, and he had Waddle healthy and at his best, and he had Mike McDaniel playing wizard, like at his best, and it all clicked. But Tua just throws Nerf footballs, like he just throws floaters, but he got it out on time to Tyreek, where he just took the snap and threw it as fast as he could throw it, let Tyreek run under it, and it worked.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it, but it's like gimmicky and it's misleading. It's only going to take you so far. No, it's
and Malik, he's it, huh?
he's not.
Two games.
Okay, well,
you can see two games from Malik, and we can see right now he's it. Like, come on, man.
We all give me Tyreek Hill. I might throw for 2,000 yards.
I know,
yeah.
But that's the thing. Tyreek Hill's not going to be there anymore. So you say they have weapons, but I mean they have Jalen Waddle, and he's a great receiver. But you don't have Tyreek Hill anymore. So I mean it's not like he has a crazy wide receiver one that he's going to be thrown to. It's going to be hard for him.
They have Nachan, who's going to help him.
For sure. He's nice.
And I promise you, Bobby Slow is going to find ways to continue to get him involved in the offense. That's a great, as a young quarterback, that's a solid run game.
Get my QBR up. Keep my QBR. Give me
that's part of the offense.
Just swing for 50, please, and I'll take the stats.
That's part of that McVay Shanahan offense, bro. Big screens, and I think Waddle can be a wide out one. I think he could be a receiver one easy. He can handle the load. He can do everything Tyreek can do, basically. He just get the target that Tyreek got because Tyreek was there.
He was. So, Keeb, I'm surprised that you're not giving Jeff Hafley more credit for saying, I want him to restart here in Miami.
What is his option, Skip? Who else? All right, so he had him. He had Kyler. What else he got? He taking the best guy on the market. I might as well take the best guy on the market for the discount, $20 million for my quarterback. I might as well. So I ain't saying that it's a bad play by Jeff. Jeff took the best guy who he can take. I'm just saying I don't know if it's going to be the fix all in Miami. Like, I don't know if it's going to be better than Tua. I can't say that. Tua had one problem, in my opinion, and that was injuries.
It turning the ball over.
Man, that's part of that turning the ball over was them injuries.
And that's important
to not go to sleep.
That's important, though. His point is it's not like they're paying him, Sam Darnold's contract. We didn't see Minnesota where we're saying, all right, we've seen a full sample size. We're going to pay this guy 3 years, $100 million. It's 3 years, $67 million. That's 22 per year. That's, I think, a good price for a guy that you have questions about to be a starter. I just still think at that deal and that bargain, it's not a bad decision to make in the trajectory that Malik Willis is on right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he has success in Miami.
I agree with that. I'm saying I think it was a good deal to make. He is rising. His stock is rising. Yeah. Man, you come in, you give him a shot. If you don't like it, bro, you done with it in 2 years. But
Mm.
the question was, is he's better? Will he
Yeah.
be better than Tua? It's my question.
Yeah.
Bruh, I don't know. Bub a Tua fan, right? Right, Bub?
And it was hard for me. You know, it was hard for me to make the decision. But like you said, it all goes back to that melon, man. That melon. It's the NFL, man. You got the strongest guys on this planet coming for your top. So
Yeah.
And Akeem, also, if it doesn't work out this year with that contract, I don't think anyone would be mad at the Dolphins if they decide to maybe draft a quarterback next year, because that class is going to be solid. So that contract doesn't put you in a terrible position. Tua's contract does, but now if you don't love what you see from Malik Willis, you still have next year's draft to maybe go get a first-round guy, because there should be some good quarterbacks next year.
I agree. I agree with all that. I agree with all that.
A lot of questions in Miami. We'll see what happens. A lot of changes over there.